Okay, so let's start. Now, before we start, okay, for those people who do not know me and see me for the first time, my name is Benson, and I'll be the trainer for this evening. Okay, now, today's topic is about believing you can lead. Okay, do you understand? That means internally, do you believe that you can lead? Now, before I start, this topic is a very, very emotional topic for myself. Super emotional. Okay, let me explain to you why. You got to really truly understand the true nature of today's topic, then you can do well. Do you understand? So I'm going to ask you one question now. All right. The question is, are you currently happy with your situation? If you're happy, put a thumbs up. If you're not happy, don't do anything. Okay. How many are truly, truly happy with their current situation? Happy with your money, happy with your family, happy with your life, happy with your career, happy with your loved ones, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever, your children. Let's hope your children are not dumbasses, that doesn't give you problem, right? So who are truly, truly, truly happy? Put a thumbs up. Let's see again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 4. 4. Only 4 are truly happy. All right. Yeah, it's true. It's not an easy time now. It is not. I can understand that because for those people that know me, I've been traveling, right? I've been traveling around Europe, Asia. I've been to Kyrgyzstan. I've been to Kazakhstan. I've been to Indonesia, Batam, Bali, Turkey. I went to several countries over the last 1 month. Okay, now. And I do understand this is a very, very difficult times, difficult times for a lot of people. Okay, first, money issue, right? Some of you, who has money problem? Put up your hands, honestly. Like, I need more money. I need more money, right? Put up your hand. The need money problem. Okay. Wow, all of a sudden you see a lot of hands up, right? And then who has a career problem, career problem, like the jobs that you have now, you're not sure, is this going to be my life? Am I going to work in this silly job forever? Yeah, you can see all the hands up again, right? Now, who has a love problem? A love problem. Oh, I'm so lonely. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. Why, God? Why did you make me so lonely? Put your hand. Right? It's okay. I mean, this is a mature audience, so it's okay to review certain things, right? Who have family problems? Family problems. You always have this stupid little brother that doesn't want to work, that always give you shit all the time. Your mother is harassing you. Your father don't want to work. Like all the family commitments, that is driving you mad. Okay, good. Most of you have this problem, right? So I'm going to share one story before I go to the class. Now, last week, I was in Batam. So I went to 2 universities to discuss certain projects with the management in the university. So I met one of my friends who has been, I know her for about 5 to 6 years now. Okay, 5 to 6 years now. And she's a professor in one of the university itself. Now, I'm not going to review her name. So we had a dinner together because she's a very nice lady. and she reviewed a lot of things for me to listen. Okay, she said that she's having a difficult time now. Why? Because her husband got into a stroke. You understand? Got into a stroke. Bedridden. Bedridden means cannot move anywhere. Stationed in the bed. COVID, last 2-3 years, COVID, right? Her husband lost the business during COVID. And this lady, who is one of the sweetest lady you can know. I can tell the truth. If you get to know her, she's one of the sweetest lady you can know. Very, very nice, friendly, sweet lady. She wanted a child, but she can't have a child. Okay. Her parents want her to divorce the husband because she's still young, so that she can remarry. Okay. And I know her university. The pay is shit there. Her salary is shit, really shit. I know that. Long hours, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Night classes, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Right? Long hours, really, really long hours. And then her government is forcing her to upgrade. You understand? Like if you work for a government university, sometimes the government will force you to upgrade yourself so that you can be a better teacher. She's traveling in and out on the weekends to Malaysia to study a master's program. Lack of funds, lack of emotion support, so lack of money, lack of direction. Can you imagine if you are in her situation? Right? So when I was having dinner with her, I told her something. Nobody cares. Really. Nobody. When I tell you this story, initially you feel sad, right? But in 5 minutes' time, you don't care anymore. Because that's fucking life. That is life. Nobody cares. I said, I do care. So I bought some medicine, some medicine for her husband. And then she was so grateful. She was crying, things like that. And I told her, that's the best that I can do for you. The only way you can get out from your own shit is that you have to believe that you can lead yourself out of this shit. Now, I want you to think carefully now. Your current situation, all the problems that you have today, no one can save you. Do you understand or not? No one. I'm going to tell you the truth. No one can save you. Your boyfriend cannot save you. Your family cannot save you. They can support you. There's a difference, huh? Support and save is different. Support means maybe Mr. Bikram Sunan, when he go back home tonight, after a long day of work, his girlfriend can support him by cooking him a nice dinner and say, I love you, Mr. Sunam. That's it. That is support. But her girlfriend cannot start a business and become a millionaire overnight and tell Mr. Sunam, fuck your job, quit today. I'm going to give you $1 million not to work. Please know the difference. I think this is the biggest problem that people don't understand. They cannot tell the difference between support and save. Like a lot of people like to approach me for jobs. Okay, they always call me up, hey, Mr. Benson, can you help me? I need a higher salary. I need the job, blah, 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 things like that. Yeah, I can support him, but I cannot save him. First of all, I can tell you how to get a job. But what makes you think a Singapore employer is going to hire you? You see what I'm trying to tell you? You see the difference? You see the difference? So I told her, the only way you can get out from your current situation is leadership. Leadership. The things that I'm going to teach you today is not just about work. It's not just about work, you know. Everything we do involves in leadership. Do you understand? Maybe you are the eldest son in your family. Or maybe you are a father in a family. Or maybe you are a career woman in your family. Or maybe you want to rescue your family out of poverty. You know, so it's not just about work. It's about leading your family, creating a better environment for your family, leading your love life. Like some of you have been long-term relationship with your boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, you know, how to lead. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I told her. So that night, I had a very strong conversation with her. I said, no matter how you feel, no matter what you're going to do, there's nothing you can do because it has happened. So the more you dwell on the problem, the more you focus on the problem, it will never end. Now, some of you have shitty jobs, right? Put a thumbs up if you have a shitty job with shitty pay. Put up a hand. Be honest, it's okay. Like your job is really shit and your pay is really low. Put a hand. Yeah, you are there now, right? Are you not there? Are you not working? You're working, right? True, you're working, right? Whether you like it or not like it, you're still working, right? You see? So you cannot dwell on it. So I told her, you cannot dwell on it because there's nothing you can do now. Miracles do not happen overnight, I told her. So what I told her was very aggressive. And she's a Muslim girl. She wear the hijab and everything. But she knows me for 6-7 years now. You know, she knows my style. She knows the way I talk, my mannerism. So she doesn't get angry with me. I said, fuck all this bullshit. If you want a child, go and adopt one. That's it. Indonesia, a lot of homeless kids. Then you start thinking about her parents, these parents, that fuck your parents. Why you care so much? How do you know your parents will not like the child? Right? And then he talked about you guys taking a PhD now, so it's very stressed out. You are already halfway through your PhD. Fuck it. Finish it. Finish it. Since you're so miserable now, it will not be more miserable than where you are now. Then I asked her, do you love your husband? He said, yes. Then fuck your parents then. Take care of your husband then. Take care of your husband. So what if she's bedridden? Take care of him. You see? So that's leadership. Leadership is not just about leading a team. It's not about leading the world. It's about leading yourself first. A lot of people don't understand. They want to apply for manager position, right? They want to apply for executive position. They want to apply to become a CEO. They want to apply this, they want to apply that. But when you start sending your resumes out to the market, nobody wants to hire you. Strange, right? Why? Because employers know today that most people today can't even lead themselves properly, let alone leading a team. How many of you can work 16 hours a day? How many of you can work 7 days per week? How many of you can wake up at 5:30 a.m. in the morning consistently? How many of you can go to the gym? You know, like some of the guys and some of the ladies that you want to lose weight. Remember last year, you tell yourself, oh, I'm going to lose weight this year. Did it happen? I don't think so, right? 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 Did it happen? Oh, I'm going to slim down. I'm going to eat healthier. Did it happen? Gladys, Palayo, did it happen? No, it did not happen. So you lied to your whole family, right? Yeah, that's what you did. You lie. You're a liar. You lied to your whole family. You see, so people don't understand this. In order to be a true leader, you have to lead yourself first. Now, I have 100 staff. I have 100 staff, okay? For those people that do not know me, I'm actually the CEO of this organization. Yeah, I'm Wally's boss, okay? Just for information, for those people who do not know me. So I have 100 over staff, okay? And we plan to hire at least 1,000 staff by end of this year. So I always tell the managers, today, there's a lot of skepticism towards leadership. Okay, what do I mean by this? Like a lot of you work under a manager, right? A lot of you work under a boss, right? A lot of you work under a supervisor, right? Do you believe they're bullshit? Honestly. Come on. Do you believe they're bullshit? Anime, do you believe they're bullshit? Anime, show me your face, anime. Right? You don't believe them, right? I mean, some of you do believe them, but not all of you believe them, right? So every time when your managers, because you know your manager is a lazy ass that doesn't want to work. So whatever that comes out from his mouth, how would you believe him? Right? How many of your managers go home earlier than you? Put up a hand. Like every time when you start to work and then your managers leave at 3 p.m. while you work until 6:30 to 7 p.m. Right? How many? A lot, right? And then all of a sudden your managers will disappear during work time. Poof, like magic. You don't even know where he went. And when you try to call him, his phone doesn't work. That's the problem. Nobody believes in leadership anymore. Seriously, I want you to think carefully. How many times your bosses, your managers tell you that this is our KPI, this is what we're going to do, what are we going to expect next year, and we're going to have this, have that, have that. How many of you truly believe in what they are saying today? Maybe 10%. 90% of you don't even bother listening to them. Agree? Right? You're just, he's just blabbering. You're just ignoring them. Right? That's the truth. Come on. Your managers are not here today. Don't worry. So he's not, you won't get sacked today. Okay? So don't be afraid to admit it. So why? Because you've got to understand the true reflection of what leadership is about. Leadership is a belief. It's a belief. It's not, oh, I studied this book, I studied that book, according to this book, according to my class, according to my teacher. No. Leadership is a belief. Like example, some of you are married, right? Yes, put a thumbs up, those married women. Come on, hey, be honest, you're married, just say you're married, all right? Don't pretend to be unmarried, okay? All right. So same thing. Janeline, remember when you got married? Remember how your husband promised you? My darling Janeline, if you married me today, I promise you 10 years later, we will build a beautiful house. We're going to have 5 children. We're going to go to the Maldives for holiday. Remember all the promises? Can you remember? I will love you forever, ever, 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 ever. Remember? All of you remember, right? Those married personnel, you remember, right? During your signing contract, the marriage vows, the signing contract. You remember, right? So same thing. Why did you marry him? Because at that point of time, you believe in him. You believe that he will lead you to the place that you want to go. Right? You understand what I'm saying? So leadership is a belief. It's a belief. You understand? So this is the thing that I'm going to tell you now. So you got to understand our belief. So we're going to start now. Okay, so again, how I usually teach is that I will read out of the slides first so that you can concentrate more than just showing you the slides. Upon completion of the class, I will put this PowerPoint slides on the chat box, which you can download later. All right, good. Okay, so let's start. The first thing is what I call internal thoughts. Internal thoughts is how you think. There are 3 questions that you need to ask yourself. Number 1, who are you? Number 2, what are you going to do? Number 3, who are you going to become? Do you understand? So who are you? Now this one is a simple question, but it's an important question. Now everybody here knows exactly what's wrong with yourself, right? Yes or no? You know, every time when I conduct interviews, everybody will tell me how good they are, but none of them will tell me how shit they are. Right? But everybody know what's wrong with yourself, right? Some of you are emotional, some of you are lazy, some of you lack discipline, some of you don't want to study, some of you just complain too much, some of you are arrogant, some of you are ignorant. Yes? Agreed? So you know, you know who you are, right? Right? So you see, it's actually, you see, the funny part about people is all of us knows exactly what's wrong with us. Just like the lady that I spoke to a few weeks ago, remember the teacher in Indonesia, Batam? She knows that no matter what she does, she still needs to push herself forward. Because that's the only way, right? So I told her that, you know the answers. You know what you are supposed to do, but you just don't want to do it. How can you lead somebody if you can't lead yourself? Who's going to believe you? I'm not going to believe you. Imagine you're my boss now. You think I'm going to believe you? I'm not going to believe you. How can you lead a team of people if you can't even lead yourself? And the magical part is everyone here knows what you're supposed to do. Everyone. If you're lazy, what do you think you're supposed to do? You know. When you're emotional, what do you think you're supposed to do? You know. When you're a dumbass, what do you think you're supposed to do? You know as well. That's the thing. Some of you are very defensive, right? Yeah. You know you're defensive. When you argue with your friends, and when you argue with your family, when you argue with your girlfriend, when you argue with your boyfriend, you know at that point of junction, you are super defensive. And you know you're wrong, but you don't want to admit it, right? You know. Please do not tell me that you do not know. You know exactly what is wrong with you, right? Who doesn't know exactly what's wrong with themselves here? Everybody knows. So stop lying and bullshitting to your family. Oh no, actually, the reason why I couldn't pass my exam is because the weather was too hot and I was dehydrated. I don't have enough water and I was so busy that day. Nonsense. The reason why you failed your exam because you were so lazy that you did not want to study. you did not lose your weight is because you were so lazy that you prefer to sleep than go to the gym. You are an asshole because you refuse to bring your girlfriend to a nice, simple place for dinner because you want to be the big man. So the big man became the big asshole. So you think that being a big asshole is more important than make your girlfriend happy just for one day. Right? You see, everybody knows. So the first thing you need to figure out is, who are you? What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, every single day, I swear, and this is a thing that I do every morning. Every morning when I wake up, because I have a lot of flaws. You got to understand, I have a lot of flaws. I have a lot of weaknesses. I have a lot of problems. Okay, not just you. I also have a lot of problems. But the difference is, every morning when I wake up, the first question I'll ask myself is, what the fuck is wrong with me? Not what is wrong with my colleagues, not what is wrong with my friends, not what wrong is my government, not what is wrong with my family. What the hell is wrong with me? So a lot of things came to my head. Fears. I have fears to be ambitious. I have a lot of fears. What happens if I make the wrong decision? What happens if I make the wrong move? What happened this? What happened that? You got to know who you are. If you cannot figure out who you are, you're stuck. Be honest with yourself. How many of you until today still cannot figure it out? You know the answer, right? What are you going to do? Since you know you have so much flaws, since you know you have so much mistakes, since you know that you have so many problems, the next thing is, what are you going to do? Simple, right? What are you going to do? So I know that I'm a lazy person. Okay, let's get real. I know that I'm a lazy person. I know. Since when I was young, my mother always complained to me, always scold me, telling me that I'm lazy. So you know what I do? I force myself to wake up every morning at 6:30 a.m. You guys got to do something about it. You know, some of you are older than me. Some of you are same age as me. Some of you are younger than me. You know, you have to do something. So I'm a lazy person. So I know I have to make myself not lazy. So the first action plan I took was to wake up at 6:30 a.m. every single morning. Push myself out of laziness. And the next step I do is, every time when I wake up, I will spend half an hour going through motivation videos or watching some important, leadership programs through YouTube. You know why? Because I'm just like you. I cannot focus at my work sometimes. Everybody needs motivation, right? It's true, huh? So every morning, I religiously practice this exercise by watching a video for half an hour, have a cup of coffee, sit down there and listen to all these motivation videos to pump me up, to tell me and to remind me not to be a stupid idiot for the whole day. Okay, every morning I remind myself not to be a stupid idiot for the whole day. You see, because if you cannot lead yourself, you see the thing is, everybody wants a good pay, everybody wants a good manager position, everybody wants to have a good career, right? Everybody wants to make money, but they don't understand, if you cannot lead yourself, how are you going to earn money? Money doesn't come to lazy people. Money is like a very, I always tell people, right? Money is like a very beautiful, sexy woman. Okay, you understand, huh? Sexy women don't like to hang out with dumb ass. Do you understand, everybody? I know I sound a bit biased and a bit sexist, but this is reality. Sexy, beautiful woman, 6 foot tall, they don't like to hang out with dumbasses. Okay? When they see dumbass, they run as far away as possible. They don't care how handsome you are. All right? They run. Boom. Run. So if you don't have pretty friends surrounding you, maybe that's the problem. Okay? And I repeat that it has nothing to do with your looks. Okay? Nothing to do with your looks. So stop telling me, say, oh, because I'm Indian, pretty girls don't like Indians. Oh, nonsense. Absolutely fucking nonsense. Or because I'm African, the girls don't like Africans. Nonsense. Okay? So same thing. Money attracts to smart people. Money attracts to disciplined people. Money attracts to people with leadership skills. Okay? It's like a beautiful girl. That's the truth. Okay? So if you're not going to change yourself by leading yourself, how can you make people believe in you? You don't even believe your managers, right? You don't. So how can you make people believe you? Like, a lot of my staff believe in me. They do. I'm telling the truth. Okay, when I tell them to do something, they cannot say no. If they say no, they'll be out of a job. That's me. Like Govid, can you say no, Govid? Try to say no, unmute yourself, try to say no to me now in front of everybody. Come on. Let's see what happens. Govid, come on, unmute yourself, try to say no in front of me or in front of everybody. You know there's 140 people that's willing to replace you, right? Right, Govid? Yeah, good. You see? You know why he cannot say no? Because I cannot say no. Same thing in your family, in your lifestyle, your friends, everything. You have to adjust yourself first. If you cannot adjust yourself, you cannot adjust the other people, because the other people will not believe you at all. Okay? What are you going to become? Who are you going to become? You see, you got to visualize the person that you want to be. Because if you cannot do that, it's going to be another challenge again. What kind of person do you want to be? Now, this is important, You see, everyone here, we go through days, we call it days. Tomorrow when you wake up, it's another day. Monday when you wake up, it's another day. Tuesday when you wake up, it's another day. Wednesday when you wake up, it's another day. Right? Day after day after day after day after day. Poof. Overnight, you are 50 years old. Because time flies really fast. And then if you have not achieved the things that you want to achieve, the reason is because you cannot envision what kind of person you're going to be. Now, I envision myself in 1 year's time to be a leader among all men. I want to hire 1,000 people. I want to make sure that 1,000 people have jobs. I have plans to open up to 100 offices. And it's not easy to hire 1,000 people. You got to understand this, huh? How can you make 1,000 people effective? Not just coming to office to work just like that, because we know a lot of people go to work, but don't work. Right? Mr. Ralph Wenchesiao, right? I believe in your office, a lot of people go to work, but don't work. Right? I know that. That's the truth. Right? Everywhere you go, Malaysia, if you are Malaysian, you know there's a lot of Malaysians that go to work, but don't work. Okay? If you're in the Philippines, we have a lot of Filipinos here today, right? Again, I am not biased towards the Filipinos, so please do not go to my Facebook and put hate comments, okay? All right? You know, a lot of Filipinos know that a lot of Filipinos go to work, but don't work. Yes? Yes, right? You know that, okay? You see? So how can I make 1,000 workers effective? So my job is a trainer. So I'm always thinking of finding ways to enhance people. So that's the person that I want to be. You see? So if none of you can figure this out, it's not just getting a job, like maybe Mr. Velu, Punita, Raja, you know, he looks like an honest man, every day work very hard, Monday to Friday, right? 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., working, payday, give the money to the family, left $10. After paying everything, left $10, you know, he looked like a very honest man, right? So yeah, this is called commitment. You have to commit to the, you know, responsibilities, right? But you still need to figure out what kind of person you want to become 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 15 years from now. A lot of us do not know what we want to do in the future, and that's the truth. You know, like some of you want to be engineers, you did not become an engineer. Some of you want to be doctors, you did not become a doctor. Some of you wanted to be, you know, run your own business, right? Since you were young, but you did not become a business person. You see, so it's hard to predict what kind of things you want to do, but you must know what kind of person you want to be. Like, I want to be a badass. Yeah, that's what I want to be. And sometimes my staff try to be like me, they get themselves into trouble. And it's true, because they know that I'm a man of integrity. I'm always loyal to my staff. Recently, 3 of my Singapore staff was defending their friends, and they got into a fight, and they were arrested by the police for rioting. One of them could go to jail for 6 months. This is a true story. This is a true story, you know. So I told my 3 staff, no matter what you do, I will forgive you. You know why? It's because you want to become a man of integrity. So you understand the difference? What you want to have and who you are, you must know. You must know. Some of you are divorced, right? Right? Some of you are single parent. You did not plan to become a single parent. It's true, right? There's a lot of Filipino ladies I know in the Philippines are single parent, right? Who wants to be a single parent? Nobody planned for this shit, right? Nobody planned to be a single parent. But there are a lot of single parents around the world. So sometimes shit happens. You become a single parent. I get it. But you must not lose sight of who you want to be. That is the only thing that can drive you to what you want to have. You know, during COVID, like if some of you are my old students, you will know I have told you this story before. I lost millions of dollars. It was so stressful. I could not do anything about it. I shut down a lot of offices. But because I know what kind of person that I want to be, the person that never gives up. So through my nature of to become the person that never gives up, I pull everyone and I rescue everyone. And now our company is super profitable. You can ask Govind. Govind, is it true that during the COVID times, there are months that your salary will be delayed? Put a thumbs up. Between 2 to 3 weeks, right? There you go. Now, do I delay your salary? No, I don't. And am I right to say that you are still doing better than most of your friends? Put a thumbs up if you agree with me. Yeah. You see, through my character, through my leadership, I pull everyone. You know, there are times that you will face problems. There are times that you will face disappointments. There'll be times that you'll face family crisis, right? So same thing. You must know what kind of person you want to be. Not what do you want to have internally. What kind of person you want to become. Like for example, Miss Loretta, Jamata, Miss Oan, Ella, Miss Mary Joyce, you know, you want to be bad woman. I guess all of you are Filipinos, right? I want to be bad woman. What is bad woman? I want to be badass woman. Oh, I want to lead from the front, you know? You tell your parents not to worry, I'm always there. You see, is that the kind of person that you want to become? Is that the kind of person that you want to become? Who you are is what you're going to get. Do you understand this meaning? If you are stupid, you will have a stupid life. If you are lazy, you will have a lazy life. If you are a happy person, you will always have a happy life. If you are the kind of person that doesn't give up, you will always have a doesn't give up life. If you are super emotional, your life is always emotional. If you like to overthink, your life will be drama. Every day you'll be overthinking. So who you are is what you're going to have. Stop blaming on society. There's nothing you can do to society. If you come from a country that is full of corruption, there's nothing you can do. If you come from a country where the weather is super hot, there's nothing you can do. When you come from a country that snows a lot, there's nothing you can do. So shut the fuck up and be the person that you want to be. So I told the professor this statement. If you love your husband, continue to love your husband. There shouldn't be any second thoughts. It is that simple. If you want the child if you want to so-called adopt a child, do whatever it takes to adopt the child. Keep your life simple. Be a force of good. You know, everybody here know the difference between good versus bad, right? You know, laziness is bad. You know, being ignorant is bad. You know, being defensive, drama, emotional, right? Jealousy. All these things are bad, right? You know that. You know that. So go and figure out what kind of person you want to be. All right? Next one. Understanding leadership. Defining leadership and its role in personal and professional development. Now, some of you are our students. Some of you are our trainees. Some of you are our friends. Some of you are our clients, you know, etc., etc., etc. Now, you must know that training, classes, development is forever. Okay, leadership is not I study one stupid program like today. You understand? Oh, you know what happened today? I study a leadership program today and I got a certificate. And then you know leadership. Please. Leadership is forever. If you want to be a good leader, not only you have to develop yourself professionally, you have to develop yourself personally. Example, I quit drinking. It's true, I quit drinking 10 years ago. I do not touch alcohol now. I quit partying 10 years ago. You will never see me in a club anymore. You will never see me in a disco. My generation is called disco. I think your generation now is called club, right? My generation is disco. You will never see me in night sports anymore. You know why? Because I'm getting older. You know, when I was 18, I don't have to sleep. Now I'm 47 years old, I have to sleep. You understand? So you see, it's okay, man. Old people need to sleep, man. You got to understand. You know, old people nap everywhere, right? You know, they take naps everywhere, right? So I understand that. So personal development is something that you got to understand. It's not just about your work. It's the way you live your life. Now, it's just like if you are heavily invested in your religion. Some of you are Muslim. Some of you are Christians. Some of you are Buddhists. Some of you are Hindus, right? So how invested are you in your religion? In the Quran, it tells you that a person needs to grow every single day, right? In the Christian books, the Bible, it tells you that everyone needs to be a better person every single day. Now, how many of you are committed to that cause? I am super committed. Really, I am. You know, just yesterday was Good Friday, right? It was supposed to be a holiday, right? But I was working. I had 3 meetings yesterday. I could have. I still went out with my family, you know, in the evening. I still bring them to Marina Bay Sands, the gardens by the bay, to take some beautiful pictures. You know, it's not just, I didn't spend time with my family. I told myself that I will commit to my family as well as my work. So morning, 8:30. Remember I told you I woke up at 6:30, right? So 8:30, I sent my wife to do yoga. Then I went for breakfast. Okay, then I go back to work until 4 p.m. And then I go and fetch my kids and my wife, go for dinner, bought a new laptop for my daughter for her school, because she's starting her new school in April. And in the evening, I brought them to Gardens by the Bay. I commit to everything. So what did you do yesterday? Half of you were asleep. You slept until 1 p.m. I don't have enough sleep. I am exhausted, right? Yeah, that's what you did. You watched TikTok videos, right? Yeah, that's what you did. Oh, look at the people at TikTok. They are so funny. Ha, 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 ha. Right? That's what you did. And then poof, 5 hours gone. That's what you did. You see, that's what you did. Is that development? Development is not technical. It's not some stupid PhD or stupid masters. Stop thinking that development is certification, please. Just because you have certificate does not mean that you're not stupid. All right? You understand what I'm saying? Okay? Certificates are good for people that like to read. To me, certificates is like joining a book club. You're better than me in reading. That's all. Do you understand? Right? So development is not just about PhD. I studied this course. I studied a master's. I went to UK. I went to America and get a triple PhD. It's not about that. Personal development is not only about your work. It's about yourself. Like, some of you have girlfriends, right? How many of the guys here really create time for their girlfriends? Don't you understand that all these things is not just about bringing your girlfriend out for a nice dinner? Huh? It's not about that, you know. It's about training. It's about, hey, I don't care how busy I am. I will always find time. You see? It's about that. It's not about to make my girlfriend happy, nice dinner, candlelight dinner at the in Paris or whatever countries you're from. No, it's about no matter how busy I am, I'm a doer. I will find fucking time to commit. That's personal development. Just like some of you want to lose weight. Yeah, you know who you are, right? So don't complain. Huh? Go and do it. Oh, but boss, you know, I work. No, nonsense. You can do 30 push-ups now, right? Who cannot do push-ups? Everybody here can do. Well, I have no time to go to the gym. Nonsense. You have a floor. You have 2 arms. You can do push-ups, right? You can do sit-ups, right? You can do jumping jacks, right? Right? Who said that you need to go to the gym? So don't you understand? It's not leadership. It's not just leading a team. Leadership is leadership is like a flow. You know, a flow, a reaction. A reaction. You understand? Like a reaction. Like, oh shit, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. Pop, this is what I'm gonna do. It's a reaction. It's a character. It's like a movie role. Like you watch movies, right? There's one. If you watch Braveheart, if you watch the movie Braveheart, my generation, a lot of you are very young, so I'm not sure whether you watched the movie Braveheart. But if you have not watched the movie Braveheart, please do so. Okay, it's Mel Gibson movie, right? So William Wallace. Now William Wallace lead his character. That's his character. He leads. A PhD is not a character. A master is not a character. A master is a certificate. A PhD is a certificate. Leadership is about you. All right, so clear. Huh? Next one. Discussing the characteristics of effective leaders. So what are the characteristics of a leader? Always be in the front. Right? commitment, discipline, right? Willing to work hard, willing to upgrade himself. When you need to be humble, you have to be humble. Like when I see people, like, okay, another true story. When I was in Kyrgyzstan, I was in Bishkek 3 weeks ago. I remember I saw this young girl, right? She was selling me this picture. Let me find it. I think the picture is here. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Okay. She sold me this picture. This is a true story. I bought this picture from her. So during my stay in Kyrgyzstan, it was very cold, winter season. So it's about 7 degrees Celsius, you know. So this young lady was standing outside of my office selling drawings like this. Okay, selling drawings like this. He sold this drawing for $1. $1. So morning, when I saw her, she was standing, and she's about 10 years old. You know, she's about, I think, 7 to 10 years old. She was standing the whole day selling these pictures. So I do not know what she's doing because I cannot speak their local language and she cannot speak English. So when we finished work, I still saw her standing on the streets in a cold weather. So I asked my colleague is Asilia. I said, wait, what is that girl doing, man? So Asilia asked her in Russian, and she's actually selling all these drawings for $1. So I purchased it. Okay, so I bought from them. So she will be a good leader in the future because she's disciplined. She never gave up. She's committed. She worked hard. And I believe she will find ways to make her future drawing even better. Upgrading, constant upgrading. If you have time to watch stupid TikTok videos every day, you have time to upgrade. You have time to upgrade. Next one. Creating a personal development plan to work on this area. Remember earlier on, I mentioned to you, right? You have to create a plan to increase your strength. I know that I'm lazy. I force myself to wake up every morning at 6:30. I'm just like you. There are so many days. Hey, I'm normal. You gotta understand, Francis, Nisivu, I'm a normal person. I'm fucking normal. If I hang out with you in Africa, I'll be just like your friend. But I don't want to be normal. That's the thing. Why is normal good? I want to be special. So what do I do? What do normal people do? Easily lack of motivation, easily lack of focus, easily complain, easily this, easily that, right? So what do? Every morning, I will watch half an hour on motivation videos to motivate myself. I need a kick in the ass. You need a kick in the ass. I need a kick in the ass. Like now I'm kicking your ass, right? It's the same. Now I'm kicking your ass. Hey, Amy, Kusin, what the hell are you doing, man? Wake up! You see, I'm kicking your ass now, but who's going to kick my ass? Nobody dare to kick my ass, right? So I need to watch motivate videos, self-discipline myself to kick my own ass every single day so I don't fuck my day up. 3 of my important staff is going to go to jail because of a fight in Singapore. It's unexpected. Was I down? Yes, because we have a big project coming up. So I'm like you, I have problems every single day. What makes you think that I don't have problems? The only person in the world that has no problems is God. Because God can make the problems away by snapping his finger. I'm not God. I have problems every day just like you. But I create a personal routine to make sure that I'm not a dumb ass for the day. So what did you do when you wake up in the morning? When the alarm rings, you press the alarm down again. Oh, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. I need 5 more minutes of sleep. Right? Right? True? A lot of you like to do that, right? When the alarm sounds, oh, okay, I'll wake up, and you put the alarm at 7 a.m. I'll wake up at 7:15. Oh, and then 7:15 the alarm sounds. Oh, I'll wake up at 7:30. And then when 7:30 comes, oh, don't worry, I'll take taxi to work. Now, to be honest with you, I don't need alarm clocks anymore. I will wake up at 6:30 every single day. Okay, because it's so used to it. When I was in Central Asia and Turkey, I was in Turkey, right? Beverly is here today, Arif is here today, so she knows that I was in Turkey. Now Turkey is like what, 7 to 6 hours in front of the Singapore time. I wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning there. It's true story. You know, right? And now I have this habit. If I sleep more than 5 hours, I'll get a migraine. Yeah, automatically I will get a headache. Migraine. I'm telling you the truth. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, you need to create plans to get rid of your weaknesses. Like some of you know that you are a bit slow, a bit lack of knowledge. So every day you're going to spend 1 hour to get knowledge. You see, it's actually quite easy with internet, Wi-Fi and everything, but you have to do it. All right. So create a lot of personal plans to work on the areas that can help you to become a leader. Understand? Good so far, everybody understand so far? How's my English? It's okay, huh? All right, next one. Communication skills. Now, this is the worst thing that people don't have. How many of you can really communicate? Think about this. Yeah, I can tell you the truth, 90% of you cannot communicate. You can talk. Talking and communicating is different. How many of you can really communicate? Now, if you guys do not know which skills are the most important skills to learn, I can tell you now, communication. Communication skills are the most important skills to have in the world. If you want to be a good leader, you must have good communication skills. If you want to be a good husband, you must have good communication skills. If you want to be a good father, you must have good communication skills. If you want to be a good colleague, you must have good communication skills. So communication skills are very important. Discuss the importance of effective communication in leadership. Now, I always tell my staff this story. I always tell my staff this. If I go and tell the manager, I am going to die soon. Okay? Usually this is what will happen. The manager will talk to the supervisor will talk to the ground man will talk to the admin will talk to the storeman will talk to the toilet cleaner, no. By the time when the message go to the ground level, I have died. instead that I'm going to die. Did you realize that the last 20 years of your life, there was how many miscommunication? There was how many mistakes in terms of passing messengers, of understanding each other. Sometimes, like Miss Global Deming, maybe you get angry with your boyfriend or husband for no bloody reason because you did not understand what the communication is about. 100%, there were so many times you ram your husband or boyfriend up for no bloody reason. Right? Because your emotions, right, burn up. Oh, you don't want to hear anymore. And then you become a feminist. And you don't care about everybody. Just exploded. Right? It's true. It's true. Like COVID-19. You look at COVID. COVID-19 is a mess. Why is it a mess? It's because there was shitty communication everywhere. Lockdown, open, what test, that test, fly this, fly there, stay at home, queue up at this area. When you go for your vaccine, you don't even know where you're supposed to go, right? Remember those guys that when you go for your vaccine and then you queue up for 15 hours and then you start to think, oh shit, it's supposed to be this way. Communication skills is the worst that ever been at this point of junction now. Right? You do not know who to trust. You don't know who to listen. Is social media real? Is the news telling the truth? Right? Is the president telling the truth? Communication is a mess. And that's why a lot of things cannot move forward. It's because of communication. Let me give you one good example. Now, a lot of you come from countries that have a lot of degree holders, right? So you have a lot of degree holders in your country, regardless whether you're from the Philippines or Pakistan or India or Africa or Myanmar. There's a lot of degree holders there, right? So by right, this is the most educated people do you know that since the creation of the planet Earth, this is it, this is the most educated generation the world has ever seen. Did you know that? Think about it, Do you know that all of you are the most educated people in the history of our planet? We have internet, we have Wi-Fi, we have transportation, we have email, we have telephones, we have WhatsApp, we have Kakao Talk, Line, Telegram. Yet, a lot of us are still struggling. Simple. If you want Philippines to be rich, if you want your country to be rich, all you need to do is to make sure that all the Filipinos are better than the rest of the world. That's it. It's really that simple. Do you know why Singapore is rich? Singapore is rich. Why we are rich? Do you know why we are rich? We have no water, we have no plantation, we have no oil, we have no vegetables, we have no land, right? We have nothing. So why is our stupid little island considered one of the richest countries in the world? Why? Communication. It's really communication. Look at all the countries that suffer through COVID. I've been to Philippines. I've been to India. I've been to Central Asia. I've been to Indonesia. I've been to Vietnam. There's still a lot of shops that are closed. If you come to Singapore, the restaurants are full of people. Now, no doubt, the advantage of being in Singapore is because our country is small. That's why the communication channels are easier to manage. And that's the truth. That's the advantage that we have over Indonesia. Indonesia is so big. Sometimes it's hard to push the communication channel to Sumatra, to Java, to Bali, to Jakarta. It's not easy. So this is the advantage that we have. Because our country is small, our government took advantage of that by surging on the communication to make sure that everybody knows what the fuck they're supposed to do. Everybody knows what they need to have. Everybody knows what this, what that. And that's why our country is one of the country not only got affected by COVID, everything become expensive in our country now. The houses at an all-time prices, cars at an all-time high prices, restaurants are full. Why? Communication. Example, let's imagine that Miss Jocelyn Kaputulan Kationg, sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly, Miss Kationg. Imagine Miss Kationg want her whole family to be soldiers and go to Ukraine and fight against the Russians, right? So how do we be able to do it? Communication. Not only you have to communicate with the right message, you have to communicate externally and internally. Externally is why you must do this. Internally is why you must do this as well. So the brain must know and the heart must know. So when you are managing a team of people, sometimes when you speak to them, they just listen, but they don't understand. Sometimes they listen, but they don't agree, right? Or the woman here will know, right? You listen to your boyfriend, husband, but you don't agree with them, right? Yes. Yeah, it's true. You know, right? When your husband is talking, yes. Hey, what did you say, I cannot remember, right? Right? And that's why you're arguing all the fucking time. You understand? Right? So now you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Communication is important, right? Teaching active listening techniques. Now, okay, this is something that I always use on my staff. I always tell my staff, focus on my question. Do not make me focus on your answers. How many times you did not understand the question that people ask you? How many times? A lot of times you did not understand what the hell people are asking you. You know why? Because most people have poor listening techniques. You don't even understand the question. You just want to talk. Right? Because you're young. This is the millennial age. So a lot of millennials, they go social media, they put a lot of comments, right? They put stupid comments that they don't even fucking understand. Right? How many times have you done that? And they say, oops, I think I shouldn't put that comment there. How many times? How many times? You have to be a good listener. A listener, you have to be. You can ask COVID, how many times have I scolded my staff? How many times? They never focus on my question. They just give me a lot of answers that is no relevancy to my question. How can you make your life better when you don't even understand the true value of the initial question? Next one. Providing tips for effective public speaking and presentation skills. Now, you have to be able to speak better. Okay, now I'm going to share something crazy to you. Okay. Now, when people speak to me for the first time, they will always think that, oh, Mr. Benson, 100%, you will have a lot of girlfriends, all this bullshit, They always say like that because I'm a good speaker. But the truth is, when I was your age, I was shy and I cannot speak. I only start to be able to communicate and speak at the age of 25. You have to be a better speaker. You have to be a better presenter. Let me explain to you why. Example. Ralph, do you have a girlfriend? Oh, you have. Okay, wrong candidate. Valu Putita Raja, do you have a wife or girlfriend? You have. Okay, wrong candidate. Okay, Ralph, let's imagine that you have no girlfriend. Or imagine you want an upgraded girlfriend. Upgraded version. You must be able to speak better. It is that simple. Right? Imagine you want to go for an interview. Like a lot of you want better jobs, right? Right? A lot of you want better career, better position, better work, better this. You can't even speak properly. Oh, can you tell me about yourself? Oh, my name is Su Hilang Hui. I work in clinic. I come from University of Myanmar. I am 24 years old. I am this. Who want to pay you $50,000 a month? Who wants to pay people that cannot communicate $50,000 a month? No one. You must be able to do public speaking. You must be able to do presentation. You must. Because your life, until the day you die, you have to always do presentation. Always. You have to present to your wife why she needs to cut down her spending. You need to do presentation to your future employer so that your future employer is stupid enough to pay you a higher salary. You need to convince me why I should help you to get a job in Singapore. You should be able to convince the person that you love so that they can marry you. You must be able to do presentation to your children so that your children will not be dumb as, lazy as, or stupid as. You must be able to do presentation to your parents so that your parents will not keep on telling you, hey, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have children? When are you going to get married? When are you going to have children? Like some of the ladies, your parents are forcing you to get married fast, right? You see? So everything is about public speaking. Everything is about presentation. When I go to restaurants, and my staff would know, every time when I go to restaurant, I always do a great presentation to the waiters or the managers. And every time they're so happy to give me discounts, free this, free that, always welcome me to come back again. So you must be able to do presentation and public speaking if you want to be a good leader. Like, why did you vote for your president or your prime minister? Why? Maybe they lied to you, but they're a good presenter. They are good public speakers. And please do not tell me you need to be educated or I need to have a triple PhD to be able to speak better, or maybe I need to have good English. Nonsense. Like the president of the Philippines, the ex-president, Durante, man, his English is shit. Absolutely shit. But he's a good speaker, right? Come on, right? Yeah, if you know the ex-president of the Philippines, man, he cannot speak his English words at all. Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, he cannot speak English, but he's a good speaker. Good speaker. You have to be able, you got to understand, this is not the old generation. The old generation people are more simple. You understand? Your grandparents' generation, your great-grandfather generation, people are simple. This generation is different. Social media, TikToks, television, Netflix, cinemas, movies, K-pop, K-drama, right? All the girls here like to watch K-pop, listen to K-pop and watch K-dramas, right? Bollywood, right? The Bollywood, right? Some of you like Bollywood a lot, right? Think about it. It's all about presentation. Presentation and the ability to communicate. All right? Next one. Decision making and problem solving. So what does a leader do? A leader leads. A leader makes decision, and a leader solves problems. That's all. Okay? Okay, let me give you a good example. And this is a true example that's currently happening to my company. 4 days ago, one of my managers was called to speak to the immigration director in Singapore. Okay, immigration director. If you follow our Facebook and Instagram, you will know that we recruit a lot of international students in Singapore. You understand? So currently there are 7 schools that have good sales. We are one of them. Okay, we are one of them. So the other 6 as well. So these 7 schools got called up to talk to the immigration officer, the director. So the director was upset with these 7 schools because the director is accusing us for recruiting wrong students to Singapore to create social problems. You understand? Social problems. Some of them get drunk, some of them, sleep on the corridor, a lot of social problems. So this is a big problem. So he told my manager said that we are going to reduce the approval percentage on student visa until we can show them we can solve this problem. True story. So my sales could drop by 40% in the upcoming months. So remember I told you, right? Leadership is about leading, decision-making, and problem solving. So immediately after I had the meeting, I got one of my staff, her name is Pooja, to quickly do an Indian visa for me. This is an Indian visa. Singaporeans, when we go to India, we need visa. Immediately, she get this Indian visa for me. I lead from the front. I said, fuck it. I got to shift all my North Indian operations to South India, because all the problems currently that immigration are complaining is from North India. So I lead because I know how to do it. I've done it before. So I got to make a decision to lead the team, to be at the brim of fire. I got to be at the fire zone, because if my guys in India see me at the fire zone, they will have the confidence that their boss is not someone that they fuck around with. He's there to show everybody, lead, decision making. I'm not going to overthink shit. A lot of you like to overthink. Is this good for me? Is that good for me? Why be this? Why be that? I always tell people, everything is good for you. Everything might not be good for you unless you try. If you don't try, how the hell are you going to know? So the more you try, the more you fail, the more you understand, and the more you become smarter. Right? So through my experience in leadership, I got to make fast decisions. So I make decision that next week, not next week, the following week, I'm going to go India. And then problem solving. I just need to solve this problem. I need to find a way to shift my North Indian operations to South. That's it. Like some of you are shy, right? Solve that fucking problem. Don't be shy. Some of you are lazy. Solve that fucking problem. Don't be lazy. Some of you are idiot. Solve that problem. Don't be an idiot. Some of you are poor boyfriends. Solve that problem. Be a better boyfriend. Some of you are stupid sons and daughters. Solve that problem. Be a good daughter. Be a good son. You see, these problems, you see, when you don't make decision and you don't solve problem, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? Two things is going to happen. Number one, nothing. And number two, it will only get worse. Do you understand? Number one, nothing will happen if you're lucky. Most likely it's not nothing, but sometimes it's nothing. But most of the time, situation gets worse. All right? So that's what I did. So I'm going to India in 2 weeks' time. Right? Teaching effective decision-making strategies. Now, I believe decision-making must come from two forms. Paper form, experience form. Experience form means you have to experience it in order to make the right decision. Paper form means you are highly educated, like maybe you are a master's holder from the University of Cambridge. You know, we talk about theories, data, mathematicians, you know, all these kind of things are solving this type of problem. So if you are not super highly educated in terms of solving problems, these are people to solve coding, you know, like if you're in IT or you're building a bridge or you're doing architect drawings, these are paper solvers, right? You have to go through the experience. Okay? Prepare to fail, but plan not to fail. This is a strategy that I use. There's a high chance that I can get killed in India. I'm prepared for that. But I plan not to die in India. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm prepared to die in India, but I plan not to die in India. Okay, just like when I went to Turkey recently, I plan to waste money in Turkey, you know. That means I could have achieved nothing in Turkey. But I plan to do well in Turkey as well. Prepare to fail, but plan to succeed. Okay, what do I mean by this? A lot of us are gauged through fears. Some of you might not want to admit it. A lot of us are afraid. And because we are afraid, we dare not make decisions. When you're not afraid to die, what's there to fear anymore? But doesn't mean that you have to commit suicide immediately. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So this is a strategy that I always use. I always use in my work, in my life. You know, just like same thing. If Ralph want to find a beautiful girlfriend, okay, first he must understand that beautiful girlfriends don't like dumbasses. Okay, so obviously if Ralph is a dumbass, he's going to fail, right? But if he doesn't try, who knows? Maybe there's one or two that will like dumbasses. So Ralph got to go to approach. He got to approach the girl and ask the girl out. Yes, he might fail. But if he doesn't try, how the hell will he know? And then the next step is plan not to fail. So Ralph got to understand that beautiful girls, they want Mr. Ralph to be rich. In fact, all girls want you to be rich, Ralph. Look at all the girls here. They are very biased. But the truth is, yeah, they all are your girlfriend. Okay. They want you to be rich. They want you to have money. And that's the truth. So that's the thing that you need to build on. Plan to succeed and prepare to fail. And that's what I do. So when I go to India, the truth is I plan to die there, but I'm not going to die there. So I'll make sure that I don't die there. You understand? So that is how I approach in life. But you must give all out. If you don't plan to do something, if you same thing, like a lot of you want jobs in Singapore, jobs in Australia, jobs in UK. But how are you going to pass the interview when you can't even speak properly? Think about that. So you got to plan to speak properly, right? That's the first stage, right? Right? You got to plan to speak properly, but you cannot don't try. But you cannot blindly try. Blindly try means, oh, I don't care. I just want a job in Australia. Like there's a lot of Bangladesh people, a lot of Africans, they really don't care. Every time they send me a message, they tell me, I want a job in Australia. I look at him, who the fuck want to give you jobs in Australia? Who the fuck do you think you are? Asking Australians to give you jobs just like that? Are you arrogant or ignorant? Think about this. If you want a $15,000 job and you know you are not qualified for a $15,000 job, aren't you arrogant? That's arrogance, right? And you don't want to do anything. You don't want to improve your English. You don't want to change the way you speak. You don't want to do anything. That is ignorance and arrogance. Prepare to fail, plan to succeed. That is a strategy that I use. Next one. Discuss the process of problem solving and how to identify and overcome obstacles. Now, you have to break down the problems. The problems that you face today, it is not as simple as you think, but it might be as simple as you think. When it comes to problems, I always overthink and overdo. What do I mean by this? I'm always optimistic and pessimistic. Pessimistic means I'm prepared for every single problem as the worst problem that I'm going to face. But then I know that I can solve it. I'm optimistic about a pessimistic situation. So example, if I go to your country now, and I know your country is suffering from COVID, inflation, all these things, right? So it's very pessimistic. So I know what's happening there now. Maybe the people there needs a lot of training. So perhaps I can develop a lot of training programs and earn some money to make sure that the people get better with their lives. You see? So I break down the problem. I'm optimistic is because when all your countries have been hit by COVID, inflation, the war, cheap rental. Cheap rental. I'm optimistic. I'm coming to your country to open offices. I'm happy. Optimistic. Pessimistic plus optimistic always work. Pessimistic, you got to think that this is the worst problem that you're going to face. Optimistic means no matter how bad the problem is, you have to go and solve it and you have to go and do it. Right? And that's why currently we change our company company movement. I call it 100 plus 100 plus 1,000. 100 means we plan to open 100 offices, to have 100 services and products, and to have 1,000 staff by the end of this year. Pessimistic. 100 office is fucking difficult to manage. 100 services, fucking difficult to handle you guys. Customers are demanding. pay a little. You know you're like that, right? Come on, right? Pay a bit, demanding, right? And then 1,000 staff. You think it's easy to manage? It's not. Pessimistic. Optimistic. Man, rental all-time low. Staff desperate for jobs. Opportunities a lot because a lot of my competitors have shut down during the COVID. I have lesser competitors now. You see? Pessimistic, optimistic. When you are pessimistic and you cannot think anything good about this problem, like for example, if you have a shitty girlfriend and you're complaining a lot, right? And then in the end, you ask yourself, is it worth it? And then if it's not, you better drop your girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying? Is it worth it? Then you better drop your girlfriend. You understand or not? So you get my point, right? Pessimistic, optimistic, always work. Always work. That's how I look at problems. Every single day, that's how I look at problems. Optimistic and pessimistic. Providing case studies to practice decision-making and problem-solving skills. Now, this is a bit difficult. It's because a lot of you are not in position to run business. A lot of you are not in position of leadership. Now, my suggestion is to go to Google, search for well-known cases, like how, Lego, Lego, the toys Lego, right? Lego, right? Lego nearly went bankrupt. It's true story, Marvel superheroes, Marvel? Marvel, right? Iron Man, Captain America. Do you know that Marvel nearly went bankrupt as well? Disney, Disneyland, right? Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, they also nearly went bankrupt. So to understand case studies, for example, I don't like to read academic books because I already have the foundation. So at my level, I like to read case studies. Case studies like how Google become rich, how Netflix defeat Blockbuster, how Nokia failed, how come Apple nearly went bankrupt, So I like to read case studies. So when you can Google a lot of information from the internet when it comes to case studies for decision-making skills and identifying problems. So every day, just read one article, and there's a lot of articles. It's quite interesting. It's really, really quite interesting if you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, next one, team building. Team building, discussing the importance of teamwork in leadership. Now, there's a term saying that no one can be successful by themselves, right? That's true. That's true. Now, there's a recent case study, which I think a lot of you would know. Recently China, Russia, Brazil, India, Pakistan, South Africa, they joined force to go against the Americans in the American dollar, right? You know that, right? You see, America is so powerful that 6 big countries have to work together to deflate the American dollar so that their own currency can be increased. So that tells you a lot of things. Like now, there's a war in Russia and Ukraine, right? Why nobody is winning? It's because Russia is big. Russia has China backup, Saudi Arabia backup, whereas Ukraine have America and the European countries backup. You see? So that's why nobody dare to overdo it. So teamwork is important. You got to always remember this. No one can be successful alone. Even You guys, like for example, some of the men, the gentlemen here, right? You want to start your own business. So when you start your own business, you must find the right wife or the right girlfriend. If you find a girlfriend that wants to go out with you every single time, forget it. There's no way your business will be successful, because as an entrepreneur, you need to spend 14 hours per day, 31 days per month at the initial stage of you running your own business. So if you got a girlfriend that every day is nag at you, complain about you not spending time, you better drop her, even she's the sexiest girl on this earth. You understand? So teamwork is important. Same thing. Some of you want to go to Turkey to work, right? So in order to go to Turkey to work, your family must understand. If your family don't understand, how are you going to do Turkey? So imagine if every day your husband call you up, Meritus, Tusa, please come back. I miss you a lot. I cannot live without you. I mean, it's making Meritus more stressful. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So this is very, very important. Teamwork in leadership is important. Finding the right people, that is harder than having teamwork. So I'm telling you, teaching techniques for building trust, collaboration, and motivation in teams. Building trust is important. Finding the right people to collaborate is also important. And to motivate your team to continue to work is important. Now, do you know why a lot of countries are failing today? Think about it. A lot of countries are failing today, right? America is failing, Russia is failing, China is failing, Indonesia is failing, Philippines is failing, right? Only maybe a few countries that's doing okay, like Vietnam and Singapore, they're improving, you know, but a lot of countries, because they cannot build trust. They cannot find the right people to work with them. And they cannot give you motivation to continue to work properly. We need motivation every day of our life. Seriously, I need motivation. Look at COVID. I think COVID is not going to motivate me. COVID is going to give me nightmares. COVID, wave to everybody so that everybody knows who the fuck you are. He's going to give me nightmares every day. Look at him. Right? I need motivation. Right? You understand? No matter how strong you think you are, no matter how talented you think you are, you need motivation every day. You need someone to pat you on the back. Hey, Benson, what the fuck, man? You did a fucking fantastic job today, man. Right? We need motivation every day. Every day. Right? So same thing. You have to motivate your team every day. And it's hard, but you have to do it. Trust. Trust. How to build trust? You build trust not through talking. You build trust through actions. Example, I'm good in sales. If you are my salespeople, there is no fucking way you will come and tell me, say that, boss, you are shit in sales. That's why I don't trust you. A leader must be able to do in order for the people to believe you. Like if you want to be a boxer, you want to go to learn from Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali or Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao, because these are established boxers, right? They're the leaders in boxing. Most students fail today in business is because they listen to lecturers during the university times. A lot of the professors in your university are broke. So how can they teach you about business? You should learn business from millionaires. The Jollibee owner is a better professor than the professor in your university. The Jollibee owner owns a fucking Mercedes. Your professor took a bicycle to go to work. The right people. The right people might not be the people that you like. Example, I swear a lot. I do. Because I want it to be natural as possible in real life. Because in real life, everybody swears. I'm not going to be a professor. Hello, Mr. Ralph. Did you know what you have learned today? Fuck, man. Mr. Ralph is what, 30 years old now, 25 to 30? He's not a child, man. Right? You know, little boy, little girl. Oh, are you crying now? Daddy, I'll call your daddy to bring you back home today, huh? You understand what I'm saying? The right people might not be the people that you like. Might not, like, look at COVID. Look at COVID. Stand up. Don't hide your, I want see full face. Why you always hide your face in front of everybody, right? Look at COVID. Do you think COVID is the best worker in the world? Do you think COVID is the most talented worker in the world? Oh, COVID, you're so talented. Oh, my world cannot survive without you. No, he's not. But he's the right worker. I want somebody to listen to me. I don't want someone to teach me what to do. You see? You understand? So the right people might not be the best people. Just like sometimes when you ask advice from your family. Remember I told you guys, if you attend some of my X classes, I told you, a lot of you will ask your friends and family members for advice. What makes you think that these people can give you the best advice? Imagine Ralph asks his girlfriend now, right? Because Ralph just showed us the girlfriend photo, right? Darling, do you think that I should do business? Man, if you're going to ask your girlfriend that, you better make sure that your girlfriend is a multi-millionaire in running business. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Yeah, I know you love your girlfriend and maybe your girlfriend loves you a lot, right? But that's different. Love is different. It's different. So finding the right people, not the best people, the right people. The right people is more important than the best people. And what makes you think that the best people wants to work for you? You're not Steve Jobs. You're not Mark Zuckerberg. You are not Elon Musk. Why should the right, like sometimes when I see the managers and the bosses complain, oh, you know, when they hire you for the first time, remember? When they hire you for the first time, they're complaining why you suck, right? But then they're not Elon Musk. They're not Steve Jobs, right? So now you understand the right people. The right people, trust is through leading from the front. My manager is always there when shit happens. Like imagine, you know, your managers, right? When shit happens, they always disappear. Agree? Every time when the customers complain, they are the first one to disappear. So you don't trust them anymore, right? So always be at the brink of the firestorm. Find the right people. The right people are usually the people that you don't like, okay? And usually the people that have track record. And motivate yourself every day and motivate your team every day. Now, providing group activities to practice team building skills. Now, if you go through our Facebook or Instagram, you will start to realize that we always have functions, right? Dinner, activities, we go out, not just to have fun, to build team building. Team building means everybody must be together. Now, if you are my staff knows every time when we go for company functions, company activities, it's fucking fun. We can hang out in the toilet together and it's still going to be fun. Because I always tell my people, it's not where you go, it's who you go with. And in my company policy, we cannot have a lone ranger. You know, a lone ranger, when you go for your company trips, right, you always see 2-3 guys at the corner. It's not sociable. 1 or 2 guys at the other side, 5-6 guys behind the back, right? No, in our company, everybody must sit together. Everybody must eat together. Everybody must walk together. Everybody must fight together, right? Team, when you go out with your team, it's not where you go or what you're going to eat. It's what you're going to do together as a team, and not to play games. You know, it's so difficult to get 50 people to eat together. There will be some dickheads that want to eat this thing, that dickhead want to eat that thing, that dickhead want to eat this thing. So I always tell managers, fuck all of them. McChicken and French fry and Coke, that's it. I don't care. Vegetarian, salad, that's it. I don't want to hear people telling me, oh, I want to eat cheeseburger. Can I have cheeseburger, Big Mac? No. So these are all the things. These are all the simple little things that you can put together as a team. Like last night, when I brought my kids to Gardens by the Bay, right? My son is an asshole because he's very rebellious now. He's at an age that he's rebelling, right? So my son asked me, Daddy, can I don't go? I said, no, you're underage. You have to go. So I forced them to take pictures with me, even if they don't like it. Really, my son said, ew, it's cringy. I said, did you pay the bills? No, right? So by right, you're under my employment. Right? The difference is I cannot terminate you. I can terminate COVID, but I cannot terminate my son. But you're still under my employment. Your job is a student. I pay for your school fees. I pay for your allowance. I pay for your accommodation. I pay for your food. I'm your employer. So if I tell you take a picture with me, you're going to take a picture with me. You see, that's all. That's how you push the team together. Team building exercises is not multiple choice. You have to force everybody together. Like, sometimes you have family gatherings, right? And every single time when you have family gatherings, it's not fun anymore, right? The uncle don't want to come, the mother don't want to come, things like that. But some of the Filipino families, Filipinos are specialists when it comes to family gatherings. Okay, they can eat marshmallow for 3 hours, no problem. I don't know how the fuck they do it, but they do it. All right. They can have a lot of fun with 5 of their family members standing in front of the toilet, doing TikTok videos about their toilet. You see, and some of the Filipino people cannot dance at all in their videos, but they will still do it. Okay? You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So team building is forcing everybody together and doing the same thing together. It's not multiple choice. People got to understand that you're going to live and die together. All right? Next one. Leading the change. Discussing the challenge of leading change in organization. Now, this is the biggest problem in today's companies. Okay, and I can tell you that most of your companies have this problem. It's so difficult to implement changes in today's company. So difficult because every fucker want to bitch. Nobody's happy. You understand? Nobody's happy. But in my company, if I tell Govit to do overtime, Govit, if I tell you to do overtime, will you bitch? There you go. You see the difference? If I get all my staff to come back on Sunday, they will all come back. That's how my company operates, and they know that. And they're happy because they understand why we need to do this together. Nobody is going to force anyone to do overtime when it's not important. I always tell COVID, you think I have nothing better to do to hang out with you? I'm not gay, so why should I hang out with you? Right? And I'm not going to marry you, right, COVID? Am I going to marry you? No, right? So why do you think I have nothing better to do than hang out with you? Of course, we're going to do work. It's important. But the difference is because a lot of changes fail in the company because the managers and supervisors always go missing. Do you understand? Like I can tell you the truth. A lot of the companies that you work for, the boss will always say, we're going to do this, we're going to change this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, right? Right? Yes. But when it comes to the actual realization, the managers and supervisors disappear. They finish work at 3 p.m., this and that. So that's why a lot of changes cannot be done, is because most managers and most supervisors do not lead. They tell. They will tell you what to do and then they disappear. Every company has to change because nothing lasts forever. Okay? Just like when the first time when you met your girlfriend or your boyfriend, so much love, so exciting, so much interesting. Try married for 30 years. Every day the wife will call the husband stupid. Stupid, come here. Like how your mother scold your father, right? Yes? True. This is how your mother talk to your father, right? Stupid, come here. Why are you so stupid? How many times have I told you to be stupid? Now, right? That's how your mother talk to your father, right? True. But when your parents first time, they know each other, it's so much love. Darling, have you taken your dinner? Oh, you haven't. I packet dinner for you, please. You know. Yeah. Why? Because they didn't change. They didn't make their life interesting. They didn't upgrade. You know. So life, just like you have to change. You have to change. Who you are is what you're going to get. And that's the truth. If you want a better life, you have to change. You cannot find a better life if you cannot change. It doesn't match that way. And a better life is not just about a decision. It's about a marathon. Marathon. You have to continue to change. You don't just change and expect a better life. Yeah, even today, you can find a beautiful girlfriend. The beautiful girlfriend will tolerate your bullshit because he believes in you. 10 years from now, you're still broke. 10 years from now, you still have no money. 10 years from now, you still have no car. 10 years from now, you still have no house. The beautiful girlfriend will run away because you did not change yourself to be better. So every company is the same. Just like the immigration laws will tighten up in Singapore. I have to change. I have to go to South India. I might not like it, but I have to do it, right? Like now I'm planning to go to Qatar and Dubai, which we have open offices. I have never been to Qatar and Dubai before until this year. But because I know the Singapore immigration laws will tighten up, so I need to force myself to step out from my comfort zone and go to Europe. And just a few days ago, I'm so happy we got our first Portugal order. They selected 3 of our Burmese people to work in Portugal. You know, I'm so happy. I never spoke Portuguese before. I've never been to Portugal before, right? So through Zoom, through internet, we communicate. So that's how we operate. You have to change. Companies got to understand that changes is necessary. Challenges is only one thing. Challenges is very simple. People don't want to change. That's all. That's the fucking challenge. People are assholes. We all know that we are assholes, right? Who's not an asshole? Put up a hand. You know you're an asshole. I'm an asshole. We don't like to change. Oh, change. I don't want to change. Can I don't change? No, you can't. So you got to make the people understand why changing is important. It's not a choice, you know. You think getting rich is a choice? Or I choose to be rich? I choose to have a good life? You think it's a multiple choice? It's not. You have to put in the effort to have a good life. You have to put in the effort to be rich. Next one. Teaching techniques for managing change effectively. Now, communication. You need to have communication. Techniques, I always believe in 3 phases. The first phase is the message, the importance of why you need to change. Why? Number 2, how are we going to change? Why, how, and what? What are we going to change? Why, how, what? It works all the time. So imagine Roslyn Barameda. Sorry if I pronounce your surname wrongly. Yeah, maybe Roslyn is going to get married soon. right? Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure, okay? So first you got to ask yourself, why do you need to change? Why you and your husband need to change? Because you want to buy a house, right? You want to get married, you want to have children. Children is not free in the Philippines, huh? Dubai is free, Doha is free. They provide free education. Unfortunately, you do not have a Qatari passport. You have a Filipino passport. Okay, don't blame God. God put you there. Don't go and blame Jesus. Jesus put you there. Okay, so first you need to know is that why do you need to change? So you know the tagline. The tagline is, I want to have a better life. I want to have a better family. I want to live in a nicer house. Next one, what are you going to change? Maybe you're lazy. Maybe your husband lazy. Or maybe your husband is an a-hole. You are an a-hole. Do something about it. It's that simple. Right? Right? List down all the problems. Be honest to each other. Husband, you are fucking lazy, man. You got to do something about it. That's it. That's how my wife talked to me. Chinese woman is crazy. My wife is Chinese. They are fucking crazy. You know that, right? They don't give face value to anyone. Okay, they'll just fuck me up. My wife will just fuck me up every day. All right, husband, why you throw the clothes there? Oh, sorry. Why you didn't wash the plates? Oh, sorry. Chinese women's like that. Okay. So for those guys that don't want to receive abuse, please don't marry Chinese people. Okay. Ralph, if you don't want to get abused, do not marry Chinese woman. Huh? All right. So you understand what I'm saying? Why you need to change? Why? How? That's it. How? What must you do? The techniques. How? For example, if you know both of you are lazy, right? Wake up at 6:30 a.m. in the morning together. Go for jogging, exercise together. You see? So all this is actually quite simple. Why? How? Why? How? What? Why must come first? Why is your goal? What are the who you know what the hell is wrong with you? You know, right? Everybody knows what's wrong with yourself, right? So what? How? What must you do? You know, maybe you can tell your mother, Mom, if I'm lazy one more time, pour hot water in my face every morning. Every morning, it's a technique, right? Tell your mom, if I don't wake up starting from tomorrow morning at 6:30, please pour hot water on my bed. Yeah, despite the dangerous things that she's going to do, it's still a technique. Now you get it? So you have to envision and corner yourself in a way that you cannot escape from leadership and from your problems. Okay? Last one. Providing case studies for practicing leading change. Now, same thing. If you understand what I'm trying to tell you, it's like your relationship. Your relationship is a case study. If you really sit down and think of all the relationship that you ever had in your life, with your friends, with your boss, with your colleagues, with your family, with your loved ones, with your husband, your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, do you know, if you understand why, what, and how, you're going to be much happier today. All the problems that you have in life in terms of relationship and leadership, do you know that you can solve all the problems if you understand, if you implement why, how, and what? Think about it. You could have salvaged your ex-girlfriend if you give him a why, if you give her a how, and you give her a what. Your ex-job, you could have done better in your ex-job if you are able to communicate with your boss with the why, how, and what. Think about it. Even your current situation, that some of you might have difficulties with your family members, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Think about it. Implement why, how, what. Think about this. Like some of you maybe have difficulties with your girlfriend. Of course, you are a dumbass. You're wasting her time. You're wasting her time. She wants to get married. She wants to have a children. She wants to have a house. You're still playing Minecraft. And you're still watching TikTok videos. Right? It's true. Sooner or later, she's going to leave you. Right? What, how, when. So these are all the case studies that you can know. Okay, guys, I have finished my training. So please, Mr. Govind, put the slides on the chat box below so that a lot of our friends here today can download it. Okay, Govind, put on the chat box. But if for those people that cannot download from the chat box today, please contact our consultants or the people that gave you the Zoom ID. They can send to you through WhatsApp or email. Okay. Now, so we have about 15 minutes. So usually what I would do, if you attend my training before, I call it FAQ session. FAQ session means you can type your questions on the chat box below. Okay, like some of the things that you want to ask, some of the problems that you are facing today. Okay, on the below chat box. All right, because there are a lot of you, so I cannot unmute you. Okay, so when you type your questions, it will go in order, so I can maybe help you some of the things that you're facing now, like what's wrong with your leadership, and what's wrong with you, what's wrong with the world, what's wrong with you, whatever. Of course, my answers might not be the most accurate answers because I'm not God. I cannot give you the perfect answer, but definitely I believe I can give you 70% accuracy based on my experience. Okay. Thank you for the wonderful session. Thank you. How you motivate yourself, sir? How I motivate myself is when I look at the mirror every morning, the first thing I tell myself is, Benson, please don't be a fucking dumb ass today. That's number one. Hey, seriously, it works. I swear to God, it fucking works. Every morning when you wake up, the first thing you need to do is tell yourself, no matter how smart you think you are, no matter how talented you think you are, no matter how great you think you are, the first thing you got to tell yourself is, hey, don't be stupid. You know, right? Humans like to do stupid things every day. It's true. We are human. Humans are like that, right? And then the next step I do is I watch motivation videos. You know, like I show you something now. Okay, like you can go to YouTube. YouTube, for example, you go to YouTube. There's a lot of, you go to YouTube, because all of you have handphones and laptops and everything, right? So you can motivational speech. Ta-da! So many. So every day, I need somebody to kick my ass every day. I need somebody to fuck me up every day. You know? So you see, time to get serious. You will not break me. Be ruthless. Become fucking disciplined. You know, I regret that I find out only when I'm 53. Work harder than everyone else. I will not give up. You see, this is, we need anger every day. Somebody got to scold you every day. Don't you understand? The reason why we suck is because nobody is scolding anyone anymore. Nobody is coming to your house and tell you, Marianne, Badan, what the fuck are you doing, Marianne? What the hell are you doing, Marianne? You see? No one is going to Donna Marie de Guzman's house. Donna, what the hell? Why are you so stupid? Can you stop being so stupid? You see? We know. You gotta understand. Everybody here knows. But because we are idiots. We are. We are idiots. I'm an idiot. Govind, are you an idiot? Put a thumbs up. Yes, he knows that he's an idiot as well. Right? Because I'm his boss. I always tell him, please, whatever you do, I always tell my staff like this, no. even you resign, even you quit, it's okay. But never, never be stupid, because it's okay to be poor, but it's not okay to be stupid. Because if you are not stupid, you will never be poor. Understand? So now you understand? So that's how I motivate myself every day, because nobody dare to scold me, right? I dare to scold you, but nobody dare to scold me. So I have to find sources of inspiration just like you. So go to YouTube. YouTube is great, man. YouTube is really a good platform to use, right? So every day I'll watch 30 minutes or 20 minutes on ramming up session, ramming me up, you know, even at my level. And you know, I have more money than a lot of you, huh? I need ramming as well. Okay, I can tell you that I do have more money than you, all right? I have the confidence to tell you that. Even at my level, I need people to ram me up. So why are you so arrogant? Do you understand? I have more things than you, and I need people to ram me up. So why are you arrogant? There's nothing wrong when people criticize you. There's nothing wrong, you know, because if you're lazy, you should be criticized. If you're arrogant, you should be criticized. If you're a dumbass, you should be criticized. We are not kindergarten, you know, we're not little children. Oh, did your teacher scold you today? Oh, okay, daddy gonna come and fetch you, huh? Okay, daddy buy ice cream for you. Okay, don't worry, don't cry. I'll buy ice cream for you. Oh, God, you understand? What's wrong? What's wrong being criticized? There's nothing wrong with being criticized. Absolutely nothing wrong. Right? Criticize is feedbacks. Right? Okay? So that's how I motivate myself every day. Okay. Next question. Okay. Next question. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Benson. You're the best. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. How can I improve on presentation of public speaking skills at home or DIY? Now, how I improve myself is I do sales. Okay. Now, I understand that some of you have full-time jobs, right? Okay. If you want to practice your presentation skills during your off days, you know, Sundays or Saturdays, or maybe Monday night or Tuesday night, do some part-time job that require service. Do you understand? That require service. Example, maybe on Sunday, Mary Ann can work in a cafe. Okay, you work in the cafe not because of the stupid money. You work in the cafe so that you can practice your communication skills with your customers. You understand? And maybe Ralph can work in a handphone shop on a Friday evening, maybe 3 hours. That's it, 3 hours. You don't care how much the salary they pay you. If they pay you $2, $3, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is it allows you to communicate with customers. Now, when I was young, and if you know my history, I think I share with some of you, my first few years, I cannot communicate because I was doing laborer job, grass cutting, you know, all this type of job. I start to communicate when I start to sell jewelry. So for almost a year, I sold jewelry, diamonds, you know, bracelets, pendants, chains, you know, things like that, that allowed me to interact with people. So the best way to improve your presentation skills or your public speaking skills is to deal with one-to-one first. So get jobs, get part-time jobs. I know some of you are doing office jobs, you know, admin jobs, accounting jobs. Get a cafe job where you try to make the customers happy all the time. So it's not about the money. So imagine if you come to a cafe and I'm serving you. My ideology is not to sell the cake. My ideology is not to sell the coffee. My ideology is to make sure that I serve you the best that you can ever be, sir. So you'll be so happy, you're laughing all the time, you're having fun. So that's public speaking. That is public speaking. Now, public speaking doesn't have to be a business topic, you know. Public speaking could be just making somebody happy. You know, that's a skill, making people happy through communication. It's a skill set, you know. So that's how we do. So after our graduation, can we still join the BizTalk? The answer is yes. Okay. I think there's some communication breakdown. Some students thought that after graduation, they cannot join the BizTalk or the leadership series. Not true. You can. All right, you can. Talk to your consultant, the person that brought you to the class, the teachers. If they say no, you let me know. All right, you can. Okay, it's forever. How can you control the anger, sir? Hey, Priya, okay, let me teach you. Now, I am an angry man. Priya, it's a true story. My staff knows me. Man, my staff is terrified of me when I'm angry, because they know that I will snap and a chair will fly to his head. Okay, I got into so many fights, so many police cases in Singapore. That was my younger days, right? So what I do is now, every time when I know that I'm going to have a confrontation, now, every time when I know that this meeting is going to be shit, it's going to be confrontation, the client is going to be an asshole, I will always bring my personal assistant with me. I have a personal assistant. Her name is Mingyue. She will always go with me where I know I'm going to have a confrontation. So you have to find certain things. I don't know how you do it, no, that can calm you down. So example again, I know I'm aggressive, so I don't want to go out and get drunk or anything like that. Because what happens if I get drunk and get into a fight? You know, because I cannot control myself, right? So rather than to be there, I stay away from there, right? So these are all the simple things that you can do. Maybe you can just put a reminder, you know, a reminder, like for example, if you meet something that is confrontational, you can write on your hand, you know, like little children, calm the fuck down. You understand, Priya? You can even write on your arm, calm the fuck down. You understand now? You understand? Yeah, it's okay. Nobody cares, man. So it doesn't matter. Don't be ashamed of it. You know, everybody have weaknesses here. Everybody have problems here. Everybody is different. So that's what I do. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. You know, my whole company knows that every time when I'm going to a shitty meeting, when I know the customer is going to give me a lot of shit, and I know he's going to be an asshole, I will always bring Mingye along. Everybody in the company knows. And there's nothing wrong with that. You understand, Priya? You can get a marker, a big marker, and write, calm the fuck down on your arm. So why not? As long as it makes you better, you shouldn't be ashamed of the techniques. You understand? You shouldn't be ashamed. Some people say, why do you write on your arm? I said, why you cannot? It's my arm. I can write whatever I want to write. I can tattoo somebody's ass on my arm. Nobody's going to stop me, right? So, you know, that's the techniques you can do. Like even same thing. Like some of you know that you're lazy, right? When you go to work every morning, you're fucking lazy. You can write on your arm, don't be fucking lazy. It works. Really, it works. Believe me, it works. All right? So look, oh shit, I cannot be lazy. You know, something like that. Hey, it works. It really works. You know, some of you guys are nasty to your husband and boyfriend, right? You know who you are, right? You bully your boyfriends and you bully your husbands, right? You know who you are, right? So same thing. Today, you just put, be nice to my husband. Yeah, it works. Believe me, it works. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, sir. Are we still allowed to join the BizTalk? Yes, you are allowed to join the BizTalk after graduation. Thank you. So, how to manage the asshole person every day? You can't. When you manage customers that are assholes, there's only two ways to manage. Okay. The first way is to avoid them. Right? But then if it's your customer, you cannot avoid them. If your colleague, you cannot avoid them. But if it's your friend, you can avoid them. You don't need asshole friends. Huh? Okay? But when it comes to customers and colleagues, don't avoid them. Use technique. This is what I always use when I know that this guy is an asshole. Like, it is a true story. Recently, I went to a meeting. In Batam. I was interrogated by 30 professors. True story. They put 30 people surrounding me to interrogate me. And then there was this lady, you know, like every time you go to a meeting, there's always this educated older lady that's going to give you a hard time. So it happened for me. So a technique that I always use is that, yes, I agree with you. Every time when you use the word, yes, I agree with you, he's not going to be an asshole about it. Example, let's say Miss Lizzie Rivoca, you're working in Apple shop, okay? And there's one customers will come and complain, oh, Apple products is shit. So what is Leslie, sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly, Leslie, okay? What should Leslie do? Leslie should say, yes, I agree with you. Apple products are shit. Imagine he will totally calm down. Huh? But, they use the word but, I will try my best to solve your problem today. Same thing, tonight, like some of you will be going home, your wives and your girlfriends will fucking bully the shit out of you. The wives and girlfriends going to be nasty towards you. Same thing. Why are you throwing all the socks all over the place? Are you going to argue with your wife? Of course not, right? You're going to say, yes, it's my fault. Yes, it's my fault. I'm so sorry. But I will do better. There you go. He will nag a bit, and then you'll be finished. See? Magic. Agree to disagree. You understand? Like if you have a serious meeting, like I have meetings with some white guys, you know, Caucasians, and the same thing, Caucasians can be a bit aggressive, Americans can be a bit aggressive, Australians can be, they always want to be right. You know, democratic societies like that, the West always want to be right? So they, I said, yes, I agree with you. I do. Really, I do. But, you know, we can make things better. You see, when you say it's just the choice of words you use. You know, the choice of words that you use. You understand? Like, you know, if you go to Holland, right, there's a lot of windmills, right? Windmills. You know what windmill is? Windmills means they use the wind to use it as energy source for certain things. So when the wind blow against the windmill make it become energy. Same thing. When somebody is throwing aggression towards you, you must be able to channel her aggression and use it to your advantage. The advantage is not who's right and who's wrong. Because every time when you go to an argument, you're always looking for who's right and who's wrong, right? When your boss scolds you, oh, boss, no, I'm right. Why are you scolding me, right? Yes, right? And when you talk to your girlfriend, oh no, according to Justice Panel Code 2.34, I am right. Fuck your right. Nobody cares about who's right, who's wrong. Didn't the world care? Nobody give a fuck about who's right, who's wrong. The key is to use strategies. You know, right? Not to prove to. Or imagine you imagine when you go out dinner with your girlfriend, or you go out dinner with your boyfriend, and you are quarreling about who's right and who's wrong. You know it's supposed to be 6 p.m. You know I'm right. You know this. You know the fuck, and then you spoil the evening, right? So the key is not about who's right or who's wrong. The key is about making things right. That's the difference. That's the difference. Hey, you are not a policeman. Nobody broke the law. Okay, you're not seeking justice for people. All right, so stop all this nonsense. It's just your personal attitude that has a problem, right? So it's not about who's right, who's wrong. It's about making things right. So what if Leslie is wrong? So what if Ralph is right? So what if Donna is wrong? So what if Mary Ann is right? Nobody cares. You don't get extra money. You don't get extra prizes. You don't get extra love. You get absolutely nothing by being right. So the key thing is to make things right. So imagine if Leslie, he said, I work in Apple, and as Leslie said, you know, the Apple iPhone is shit, you know, Leslie, you're right, you know, some iPhones are shit. It's true. I totally agree with you. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, not all iPhones are great. Yeah, but I will see what I can help you. You know, tell me what's your problem. You see, you de-escalate the problem. The customers think that he's right, but he's not. The customers think that he's right, but he's not. All right, so clear. Huh? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, can I join this now? I like. Oh, okay. Hey, listen. Just because I swear a lot doesn't mean that you can swear. Huh? All right. So please do not learn from me. Okay, that's my style. You don't have to. Remember, everybody has a different style. Okay, don't go and talk to your parents like that. You know, oh, you know, my teacher tell me to swear, and then you swear your parents, and they get a big slap from the face. Don't do that. That is me. I'm qualified to swear. I'm 47 years old. I see a lot of shit in my life. I got through a lot of hard times. I gone through a lot of pain. I am qualified to swear. Some of you are not. Some of you are 21, 22 years old. Okay, you're not even qualified to speak yet. All right, I'm qualified. Okay, clear. Next one. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. What impresses you the most when you're considering hiring someone? Okay, now, okay, this is something that I'm going to teach you today that's out of topic. Workers today suck. Suck. Workers today are fucking crazy. They're entitled, they're spoiled, they're pampered. They have no idea what's going on. Really. So when I look at workers, I don't look at their experience. I look at their ability to be trained. Now, all of you, I think not all, but most of you have been in relationship before, right? Boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wives, you know, whatever, right? Now, you always want your boyfriend to behave like this, and you always want your wife to behave like this, and you always want your girlfriend to behave like this, right? Come on. Okay, Ralph, including you, so don't give me your bullshit. You know you're like that as well, right? Come on, don't give me your nonsense. Don't say, no, I think I let no fuck off. Okay, you know you're like this as well, right? Everybody's like that. But we cannot do it because a relationship is 50-50, right? You cannot force your girlfriend to become someone that she refused to, and you cannot force your husband to become someone that he refused to, right? So you can't. So it's 50-50% relationship. But when it comes to work, it's different. Most employers, they want workers that can suit them. Suit them, not suit you. Okay? In your generation, you want the bosses to suit you. Did it help? Did it work? No, it didn't. Boss, can I work 3 days and 4 days rest? Boss, can I have $4,000 salary because my rental is expensive in Manila? Boss, I have 3 children at home. Can I go home at 4 p.m.? Boss, can I be a manager although I'm 23 years old? That's the reason why a lot of you, not all, but most of you have not reached your career goals. The key to work is two things. First, it's not what company you join, it's who you work for. Okay? Who you work for. Follow the right leader. Follow the right boss. Not the right job, not the right company. All companies are shit. Okay? Let me tell the truth. There's no such thing as a great company. Fuck off. If you go to Google, a lot of people resign from Google. A lot of people resign from Facebook. Retrenchment in banks is normal. So what the hell are you talking about? Okay? Just that these people are happier there because their pay is higher, that's all. But they hate their companies. Their pay is higher and they look better. No, it's not like that. So when it comes to job, I always tell people the first thing you need to do is to find the right boss. The right boss is important, right? And then you must have the right attitude. Because if you want the right boss to train you up, you cannot be defensive, you cannot be full of shit, you cannot be this, you cannot be that. So some of the stuff, they don't understand. They think they can do it. No, you can't. You can't. Because you're not an employer. As long as you don't pay the bills, as long as you don't hire 5 people, as long as you don't run the company and don't pay office rental, you are not qualified to teach the boss because you have never gone through this experience before. Do you understand? Like I'm qualified to teach the boss because I have 100 staff. I pay many office rental. I have a lot of problems at work and I can solve a lot of problems at work. So I'm qualified to educate an employer in Pakistan. I'm qualified to educate an employer in the Philippines, but you're not. So this is where the biggest issue is. The biggest issue is why some of you are not doing well because you follow the wrong boss. So it's either you follow the wrong boss or you have the wrong attitude. So the perfect scenario is to find the right boss with the right attitude. So example, if you work for me and I ask you, okay, Leslie's the one to ask the question, right? Leslie, how much do you want? So Leslie said, I want $1,000. Ha, 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 ha. You know, you're crazy, right? And then Leslie said, no, according to the graduation ceremony certificate of the Philippines, I'm qualified to earn $1,000. Then I'll tell her, then get them to hire you. Don't make me hire you. Get them to hire you. Oh, my father thinks that I'm qualified for $2,000 salary. Get your father to pay you a salary then. You see? So you see, even you find the right boss and you bring the wrong attitude, you will fail. So of course, people ask me, okay, I'll earn $1,000. Then I say, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to do this. You do it, then I'll pay you this money. Most people, they don't want to do. So when they don't want to do, they give a lot of excuses, saying that it's the company's problem. So for those people that I know that are very, very happy with their careers and their jobs, is usually they find the right boss with the right attitude. That's why only 20% in this world are happy. Because it's hard to find the right boss. And it's hard to have the right attitude. Now you get it? So if you want to work for me, you must have the right attitude. The right attitude, please don't tell me work-life balance. Oh, fuck work-life balance. You want to earn $5,000 and then you want to have work-life balance? Are you crazy? You think your president have work-life balance? You think all the richest people in your country have work-life balances? Come on, don't be ridiculous. You think Brad Pitt has work-life balance? Chris Pratt, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Manny Pacquiao, Imran Khan, Wasi Akram, the famous cricketer from Pakistan, Lionel Messi. You think that all these people have work-life balance? They work longer hours than you. You see? So you got to ask yourself this: where are you now? What's your current situation? Remember the first 3 questions that I posed early on about leadership: who you are, what you must do, and what are you going to become? So you want to be rich, you must commit more hours. You must not go to the cafe. You must not drink alcohol anymore. You must have a boring life dedicated to work. No more TikTok, unless you use TikTok for marketing. No more movies, no more cafe time. So that's how life is, you understand? Okay, so no one really impresses me. I'm more towards the right attitude. The right attitude is the key. The right attitude is the key. Because I really believe that poor people can become rich. Unsuccessful people can be successful. I really believe in that. I really do. I really do believe in that. And Manny Pacquiao, who is one of my heroes, the famous boxer from the Philippines. Now you know his story. He come from poverty. He's a big family. He never even finished high school. But the motherfucker worked really, really hard, right? He worked really, really hard. He go boxing in the morning, jogging, exercise every bloody day for 12 to 14 hours with the right attitude. And then there's a high chance that he could be the next president of the Philippines in the upcoming years, right? So you see, with the right attitude, life is like that. Life is like that. Life is challenging. You cannot control external forces. You can't. You can control internal force. Internal force is you. You have to control yourself. You cannot control me to hire you with your CV. I receive thousands of CVs every day. What makes you think what makes you think Australia bosses want to hire you? But sir, I want to go to Australia to work. Australia is my favorite country. You tell that stupid story to your boyfriend. You don't tell the employer. The employer doesn't care. The employer only cares whether you can do the job or not. But sir, I can do the job. Who the fuck tell you that? You tell yourself? You self-appraise yourself? It should be the employer telling you, right? Not yourself, huh? You understand now? So the key thing is that you got to approach life by understanding the first 3 questions. Who are you? What do you want? What are you going to do about it? So these are the 3 questions that you need to pose yourself. I didn't say that you have to be rich to be happy. I did not say that you have to have a great career to be happy. I did not say that. All right. Some of you can be housewives, but still be very happy. You understand? So I did not say that. But what I'm trying to tell you is if you want something, there must be sacrifice. There must be sacrifice. Like I remember a few years ago when I interviewed somebody, there's a guy called Joel, I sacked the idiot because he's a fucking idiot. He told me, he said that he's a very ambitious man. Then I said, ambitious man, are you willing to work on the weekends? No. How can that be ambitious? I'm fucking ambitious. I work on Good Friday. I work now. It's 8 p.m. Singapore time. 90% of my staff went home and I'm still here. Tomorrow I have 2 meetings. The 2 meetings, I will have it in my car because I'm outside with my family. So I have the fucking meeting in the car park with the overseas people through Zoom. That's ambition. Sacrifice. You must sacrifice. You must go through pain. All happiness must go through pain. Most people do not want to go through pain. Some of you want to be beautiful, but you don't want to exercise because exercise is painful. Whose fault is it? Your fault. Some of you are having shit jobs. Why you have shit jobs? Because you don't want to work hard. Working hard is painful. Just like when your mom gave birth to you, right? When you came out for the first time, your mom is so happy, my beautiful baby. But he went through pain for 9 to 10 months. You have to go through pain and sacrifice to get happiness. There's no such thing. I have never seen in my life. Maybe they do exist, but I've never seen in my life that anyone that is truly happy that never go through pain and sacrifice. Never. They're hanging around. Yes, a lot of you are hanging around, hanging around at home, hanging out, praying to God, praying to this. God will tell you the same thing, right? If you're a Christian, you know Jesus went through pain so that you exist. Right? If you look at all the stories of life, your country is born of bloodshed. There were hundreds of wars in your country before peace came. Many billions of people have died in order to get what you have today. Everything, you must understand, it comes with pain and sacrifice. Okay? The very useful, okay, thank you. Sir, do you think working in sales is the best job in the world who wants to improve their confidence? Yes, I truly believe that sales jobs are the best jobs in the world because of 3 reasons. First reason, if not sales jobs are the best jobs in the world, good salespeople have the best jobs in the world. Yeah, I should use this word. Okay, because if you cannot talk, if you're shy, if you don't want to improve, the sales job is going to be a fucking nightmare. You understand? So what do I mean by this? First, it's unretrenchable. If you're good in sales, you will never don't have a job. People will headhunt you for it. They will call you up. Hey, please join my company. You will never be less of job opportunities. Number 2, money. Who do you think are the richest people in the world? Sales and business are the richest people in the world. So if you want to earn money, good money, sales and business. Lastly, learning experience. I am smart not because I was born smart. I am smart because I went through 20 years of customers' bullshit to train me to be smart. You understand? You understand? You know, a lot of you, all of you are customers. You know that. You give shit to everyone. You know that. Okay? You give shit to the restaurant. Remember some of the girls here, when you go to the shopping mall to try the dress, you try 20 dresses, and then in the end, you want $1 cheaper. Some of you don't even buy. You try 25 shoes and you don't even buy. And then you go to online, you take a picture of the shoe, and then you go online, steal the secret, and buy the shoe even cheaper. Yes, that's what you did. There you go. So these 3 things, that's why I think that sales jobs are the best jobs in the world, because no other jobs can give them these 3 things. Unretrenchable, money, constant improvements. No other jobs can give them this. And you can lose your job as an engineer. Believe me, you can. You can lose your job as a banker. You can lose your job as a pilot. You can lose your job as a doctor. You can. Believe me, I know, I've seen it before. Because you're not in demand. You understand? Okay, clear? Thank you. Is there any common good leaders have in common? I'll give another 5 more minutes and I'll stop. Is there anything that good leaders have in common? Perhaps motivation can sometimes be destructive. Well, the answer is yes, it's true. Too much motivation might be bad, right? There's a difference. The motivation, there are 2 types. There are 2 types. The first type is like my type. Second type is your type. Your type is good work, keep up the good work. The fucker did not do shit and you're telling keep up the good work. Right? It's true, right? The Facebook, you guys are, I believe that you guys are social media experts, right? Every time your friend do something, keep up the good work. What the fuck did he do? What the fuck did he do? He didn't do anything. He just went to school and he graduated from a university. Oh, well done. Keep up the good work. Man, if I'm the father of the son, if my son go to university and he fucking fail after I paid thousands of dollars, I'll fucking kill him. What good work? He is supposed to pass. Because I pay fucking money for it. How the fuck can you fail in a university when I pay so much money for it? So that is bad motivation. That's misleading motivation. Just because you get a new job. Some of you friends got a new job, right? You put up, well done. Keep up the good work. What the fuck are you talking about? You are a grown-ass man. You are supposed to be working. Why is that keep up the good work? Motivation is destructive. It's because you don't tell people the truth. When you do not tell people the truth, people are blind and stupid. They think that they are special. Remember when you first graduated from your university, or your friends graduated from your university, remember? With the gown, the coat, the jacket, and everything, right? Like some of your sisters, brothers, right? They thought they're mega stars. All of you will be the future of the Philippines. If you are lazy, arrogant, ignorant, and stupid, how the hell can you be the future of the Philippines? Man, if these people will lead the Philippines, Philippines will be the worst country in the world. You see, motivation is about the truth. It's not about how you feel. That's encouragement. It's different. Encouraging and motivation is different. Motivation is telling you that the world is such a fuck up place and you are not supposed to complain and you are supposed to outfight everyone. That's motivation. Oh, Ralph, don't worry, tomorrow somebody gonna give you $50,000 if you pray tonight. Keep up the good work, man. Your daughter just graduated from the university. Keep up the good work, man. I will never praise my kids like that. Okay? In order for me to say keep up the good work, my kid got to give me $300 per month. Then I'll say, keep up the good work. When my daughter buy a house for me, oh, daughter, keep up the good work. My daughter passed the exam or passed the driving license. Oh, keep up when you go for a driving test, you are supposed to pass the fucking test. Why is that good work? You understand? Why is that good work? Think about it. All of you go for the driving test today, right? You pay money for the driving test. You went to the driving classes, right? Yes? And you pass. And then your family, all your friends on your Facebook, oh, keep up the good work, man. You did it, man. What the fuck are you talking about? You pay money, You are supposed to pass the test. Why do you pay the money if you're going to fail? So why is that good work? That's the problem. That's wrong motivation. So you achieve so little, but you want so much. And that's what's wrong with society today. They achieve too little, but they want so much. That's why, a lot of people, and I do feel sorry for today's today's generation. I do. I really feel sorry. How I wish that your university during your younger days tell you to learn sales, tell you that life are all these challenges. It's okay because challenges are normal. Mentally prepare for you to understand that the world is such a fucked up place. Think about this. A lot of you are degree holders, right? When you send your resume to a lot of companies and nobody respond to you. Why? Because you're not qualified. That's the real answer. But we cannot say that, right? Because if we say that, we will hurt your feelings. But I rather you to know that you are not qualified, but that's not the end of the world. You're going to do something about it. You're going to do something about it. You're going to be better. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be tougher. You're going to be crazier. You're going to be more disciplined. I'd rather it be like that. So what he says is true. Too much motivation is devastating. It is devastating because it misleads people. It makes people think they are qualified when in the first place they are not qualified. So the blind leading the blind. Unfortunately, that's what's happening around the world. And that's why now you think about it. Why is it that we are the most educated people in the history of mankind? We have internet, we have Wi-Fi, we have a lot of things, yet we are the biggest failures of mankind today. Wrongful motivation. I will never teach my students to escape from pain. I will never teach my trainees. When I hire COVID, I never promise COVID that this job is easy. If you want a fucking easy job, work in fucking McDonald's. And then McDonald's is also not easy. That's what I'll tell him. I will tell him that nothing easy is great. That's what I will tell him. Motivation is about pushing people to the fire. You want to go through the fire. You want to go through the hard things because all success comes from difficulties. That's what you got to believe. So if you believe in what I believe, you might not be the richest person on this earth, but I can tell you, you're going to be above average. You understand? That's what I can promise you. You will be above average. Okay, we have come to the end of the train. Now, just to let you know, okay, we are going to implement 2 new things in the future, just to keep you updated. Starting from this coming Monday, we have another type of class. There's a brand new class called Motivation Talks. Okay, so every Monday, I think it's 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Singapore time, 1.5 hours only, is about motivation talk. There's no topics, no topics, no leadership, no economy, no nothing. Because I start to realize that, a lot of our students, you know, they don't have the power to move on. You understand? Like, for example, even if you graduated today, you get your diploma, you get certificates, you know, the life doesn't stop there, you know. You gotta understand this. We were put on this earth to be better every single day. We are put on this earth to be better every single year. We cannot stay at the same level every year. So the motivation talks will be trained by me. I will personally take the classes, is to let them understand, you know, things like our FAQ session, where you got to understand that life is beautiful. if you understand what life is. Like, I believe in pain. I believe in problems. I believe in all these things. Pessimistic equal to optimism. That's what I believe. So the motivation talks is about all these things. Okay, so we'll start this coming Monday. So I hope to see you guys there. So please get the Zoom link from whoever you're supposed to get. Okay, so that's number one. Now, number two, recently our company has implemented, I think two of the African students are here, you know, Francis and another guy, I cannot remember his name. And Deng, yeah, Deng is also here as well, right? Mr. Deng, yeah, okay, good. Now, in the upcoming year, we are planning to open 100 offices. It is a true story. Yeah. That means our organization is planning to invest into your country, but it's Africa, Fiji, your province, whatever, and we want to open up information centers in your country. So currently, one of my company is called Leaders in Commerce, Kingdom of Commerce. One of my companies called Kingdom of Commerce that specialize in government projects. That means we can get government funding to open offices in your province, your state, your country. Okay, so meaning there's a high possibility that I will hire you, some of you, not everyone, okay, to see whether you're qualified or not, and to give you jobs and to open up centers and to become partners of ours. Now, for this project, you don't have to pay anything, so don't worry. Yeah, there's no money involvement, and you don't have to invest anything. Okay, but there are certain criteria that we will announce soon. So this is something that you might be interested in, or you might be keen in. Now, my business is in education, training, business consultancy, and human resource solutions. So again, we have the 100,000 rule. 100 means we want to have 100 offices in the world, which if you follow our Facebook, later you can follow our Facebook and Instagram. If you guys are not our followers of Facebook, Instagram, please follow it. COVID put our Facebook link and Instagram link again, so you can actually see what we have been doing for the last 10 years. So this is some serious shit. This is a serious project, especially for the Africans. The Africans should be happy. Francis and Deng should be happy. Because I don't want to fly there. You know, it's too far. So, and we want to open offices in Pakistan, you know, places like that, you know, the countries that we're not in. And the risk for me to open it is not going to be as high as my individual investment because there's government funding involved. Francis, do you understand? Rafi, you understand, right? Okay, so don't worry. We will review the information soon. Now, to be qualified for this project, first thing that you have to be our customer. Our customers have to come first. That means our own students will be the first priority. So if you are paying students for the exams or HR, you'll be the first consideration. Okay. So for example, Francis, our student. So that's why I remember you, Manoj from Thailand, right? Yep. Yeah. Seriously, this is for real. Arif from Turkey, Pakistan. Yeah. So this is I think there's another girl called Mary Joyce. I think she's from the Philippines as well, right? So I remember some of the names. So Akmara Bashman, I don't know which country you're from, but I know you're our student as well. So this is for this operation. So the pay is not going to be the greatest pay in the world, but it's good for a startup between $500 to $1,000. You know, and of course we will work something out. We get profit margins, you know, all this kind of things. This is for real. I will announce in our Facebook link very soon, right? So you can go to our Facebook and to see how to apply for it. But remember, priority go to our students first. That means our customers first. Those customers who are our real students will go first. If you are under the free scheme, that's priority number 2. Okay, like for example, Jocelyn Santos. Yeah, I know she's our student. And then the Philippines is big. You know, some of the countries we can open province, city. So we are really planning to go for all out this year. So 100,000 rule means 100 officers, 100 new services, 1,000 new staff. So yeah, so that's what we do. But again, don't be too happy, because if you are my colleague, my staff, my partner, that means I'm your boss. And please understand, you don't want to piss me off. Because now I'm telling you the truth. When it comes to work, I'm very serious. Why? Because work affects everyone. You know, like if you fail at work, you affect your family. When you fail at work, you affect your colleagues. You gotta understand why I put work as my #1 priority is because, not because I love to work. Nobody likes to work. I have to work. Why? Because I love my family. You know, and I'm gonna do anything as long as it's not illegal. If I have to change myself to be a better salesperson, or if I change myself to be a toilet cleaner, as long as it's not illegal, I will do it. That's what work's about. Back in the old years, the older generation, love is the most important thing. But then, during that generation, nobody works. Our generation, we spend 80% of our time at work. So how can that not be the most important thing? If your family is the most important thing in today's society, you will only work 20% and you will spend 80% of time with your family. But we all know that's not going to happen. No bosses, no government will change that rule. So how can work not be the most important thing? Through work, we can create happiness, right? Through work, where you have a stable career, stable job, good money, you can find good husbands, good wives, take care of your parents' illness, take care of your children, buy a nicer house, bring your girlfriend to a nicer place for dinner, right? It's what we do with money that make us happy. Some of you want to do charity, go ahead. You want to save some orphanage, go ahead. You want to save some stray dogs, go ahead. But you need work and money to do that. You understand? All right, guys. So these are the two things I want to announce: the motivation talk and this new project, which I will put on our Facebook and Instagram link soon. So Deng and Francis and Manoj, please look at it. Okay, in next upcoming days on how to apply it. So yeah. So that's what's happening. It's a program to be our partner, a program to be our colleague. That means not only you finish your diploma and degree and all this shit, we will train you to be our partner if you have no job or your job is shit or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. If you hate your life, you want to change a better life, something like that. All right. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much. It's late. I need to go home. Okay, so all the best to you guys. So for those people that's coming to my motivation talks on Monday, I'll see you Monday at 8 p.m. Singapore time. Bye-bye.